Hello, it's Dr. Calico, and today we are going to be playing some more Avorion Casual. Yeah, when we last left off, we were mining for more Naonite ore to get the Naonite building knowledge, I believe. And I believe we're currently, uh, if I recall correctly, we're like in Trinium. Okay, we're not in Trinium, uh, but we're dangerously close. Yeah, we do not have any active missions at this time, so that's good. Yeah, don't take Wanted because we do not have that firepower. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Yeah, there is no chance I can do a resource shortage mission. However, this looks promising. Yeah, we're going to transfer this vessel, and we're going to see if we can go on exclusively green dots. Yeah, it's just some quick and easy money. Besides, I'm right there anyway. So let's see here. Like here, here. One, two, yeah, then here, then I can go back to here. Actually, I could just, yeah, here. Yeah, that sounds like a good path. Yeah, just avoid all the yellow sectors altogether. Yeah, we can't go to the down right because that just shifts the lowest sector over down right one, and that still isn't enough distance. Okay, gonna be a little bit late on the jump, but we're fine. Yeah, that's not going to be immediately run ending. Oh, we're fine anyway. Okay, let's just wait a bit. Yeah, a slight desync, but we're fine. Yeah, actually, transfer vessel is actually a really good way to explore the area. Yeah, is there an area with over like 1,000 asteroids? Not really. Alright, job's done. We're too close to Trinium. I don't want to be here. And so far, oh, wait, hang on. Hang on, I see that. I think we've just paid off the Naonite building knowledge. Also, I see that too. What just happened? Did anyone else see an asteroid just fly across the screen? Specifically this. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of a desync in where the asteroid's location is. Good to know. Yeah, that's, honestly, that's a bit of a new one. So yeah, we need to get to like 79,000 ore, I believe. And we currently have 31,000. Yeah, building knowledge has to be ore specifically. It cannot be refined. Yeah, such as this number right here, it does nothing. Yeah, so I'm just gonna patiently wait here and wonder how everyone's day is going. Yeah, it's currently just another slow day. But yeah, we definitely have the cargo capacity for 71,000. Yeah, and then some as well. Yeah, honestly, about the new computer, it's actually been going pretty well. We're still at 180 FPS, but YouTube probably can't show frame rates that high. And yeah, as for massively multiplayer offline, what is happening is that we're starting to wind down on what needs to get done in order to update the game to version 2, which basically includes the hallway. However, I think at this point, I've actually renamed the hallway to Real World Events. The reason why I decided to create a new scene instead of just repurposing the diner is because the diner is honestly just way too specialized. It's actually better to effectively start over than it is to try and go back and fix things. Actually, wait, hang on. I just remembered something. Uh, Real world event. I think it's actually supposed to be a global variable, not a scene variable. Okay, yeah. real world events. I see, yeah, real world events scene ID. Yeah, then I'll just go back over to here. Yeah, I'm just real world events. There it is. And then uh, properties. Edit scene variables. Yeah, we can delete this. Okay, save that and minimize that. Yeah, I just had a bit of an epiphany. I had to fix that. Yeah, also, side note, we did not pay off the building knowledge requirement. But that's okay. I think that, yeah, there's still a few more Naonite asteroids here. Yeah, that's still not enough. Also, I just realized this planet actually looks pretty nice. A nice cyan sheen in the atmosphere. Yeah, that's like my favorite color of cyan. Yeah, 0, 255, 255. Yeah, that's like the absolute best cyan ever. Okay, now we're going to be claiming this asteroid. Yeah, claim it and do nothing with it. Yeah, let's just get some more. Yeah, there's already ore here. I think we've paid off building knowledge at this point, but it doesn't hurt to get more. Yeah, and also we're going to need to turn off the mining equipment like real soon. I like to say like right about a few more seconds. Yeah, I'd say now's a good time to turn it off. Yeah, and we're just gonna wait for the Zotan, which they should be arriving like any second. Any second now. There it is. Yeah, we're gonna keep our weapons offline. And there is no way we're going to be able to do anything here. Actually, do the faction ships got this? Actually, I'm not even sure if the faction ships got this. Yeah, they don't got this. Yeah, so let's just get out of here. Alright, we got more minerals. That's good. I think that might be too rich. Okay, so in case anyone is wondering, uh, what just happened? Why am I not mining that asteroid? Is because, that could be super rich iron ore right here, and we probably just don't have the cargo space to store all of that. So we're just not going to risk it. Yeah, this though, I know that we can haul this entire asteroid in ore form. But yeah, we just need some more. Not only as a just in case, but also because, well, Naonite's actually pretty good past titanium. It's just that there is a rather unfortunate case where something is very superior to it. Yeah, Naonite gets, like, outclassed in everything. And also, that's a really funny firing angle as well. Yeah, I'm also gonna say this right now. If you come for a action-packed stream or action-packed YouTube video, I'm gonna have to disappoint you entirely. Yeah, because there is no action here. Yeah, the vast majority of my content is definitely not action. So if you want action, I think you're lost. And also, a fun fact about mining lasers is they deal more damage to lower tier materials. At least, that's how I remember them. Yeah, that definitely used to be the way like a couple years ago. Yeah, I think it still might actually be the case today. And I'm pretty sure I can deal at least some damage. That was close. But yeah, we are definitely helping. Okay, there's nothing here. It's actually kind of rich in salvage. And I do believe that I have equipment for that. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Oh, that might be too much. Never mind. We're fine. Okay, I think we're approaching the limits of what we can salvage. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, resource depots are just a little bit further up. But, oh wait, actually, this one right here. Yeah, we're also going to make some quick repairs as well. Let's see if we can get that building knowledge. Okay, yeah, they got reinforcements, they held them off. Nope, that's not going to be a thing. But it will be soon enough. Yeah, let's just make a quick check here. Yeah, that's a problem. Oh, hello, Nightmare. Welcome to Avorion. Yep, welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, there is no action here. Yeah, it's just a nice, relaxing stream. Yeah, we're currently trying to get some building knowledge, but we just don't have the reputation for that. Yeah, however, there is definitely a couple ways to raise reputation with factions. Okay, so let's manually refine everything. Yeah, we're gonna need that Naonite. Okay, trade. Yeah, it's what I kind of expect. I'm doing my own run, something like 120 hours in. That is actually that's actually a pretty good start for a run, in my opinion, because runs can last like really long times. Actually, hang on, I have another save here that has like over a dozen industries, and it has. Okay, now that's not a fair comparison. I've actually kind of speedrun this. Yeah, 133 hours, that's quite a run. Yeah, it's not a fair comparison because sometimes you get things up like really fast. You get lucky with some things and you kind of speed run. But yeah, 120 hours, that's like I'd say that's the we're just getting started area. Yeah, hoping everything is going well as well. Hang on, at 10,000. Yeah, we don't need this much iron. Okay, so can I get building not? No. How far off am I? Okay, so we're gonna need to start refining some more. But thankfully there is a huge amount of scrap here. Or I could have sworn there was a huge amount of scrap. Yeah, there's some scrap. Yeah, I'm slowly going through, mostly gathering materials and alloys, also repeatedly buying copies of one of the artifacts. I can already tell which artifact that you're going for. You're going for that one artifact where you have to purchase it from a random traveling merchant, right? Because as far as I'm aware, that's the only artifact you can actually just directly purchase. But yeah, it is possible to farm, like, pretty much most, if not all of the artifacts. No, wait, I don't think you can farm the Zone 1 artifact. Yeah, I think that's like the one unfarmable one. And, oh, that's Naonite scrap. Yeah, honestly, I've heard some people say some really bad things about salvage, and in my opinion, mining and salvage are pretty even. But also, salvage is pretty much like free materials. Yeah, you can also farm it a little if you were to buy the merchant summon from allies. Yeah, yeah, that's how I imagine you just farm it. You just buy the equipment to no wait, you buy the consumable to yeah, yeah, we know what I'm talking about. I'll probably just put that in editing. But yeah, oh, that's pretty decent, I'd say. Uh, looks like it's on the high end for random weapons. But yeah, the thing about cleaning up a sector is it's pretty much free materials. Okay, that's definitely not looking good. And yeah, because that's a white rarity, and that's like the second lowest. But yeah, I think we're starting to get to the point where this salvage doesn't help anymore. Basically, it's not worth it. But this one is. Yeah, basically we can just turn the scrap into resources, and then we can just sell the resources for reputation. Okay, that was huge. That was huge. Yeah, I've also gotten to do some of the research to upgrade the quality of turrets and subsystems. I saw somehow ended up with an exotic iron R miner. Nice. Yeah, if you can help it, always go for R mining. Yeah, but yeah, the thing about iron R miners is that honestly, they're just kind of kind of a niche equipment. I mean, even if it is like 97.5%, which is like the highest you can get on a turret factory, I know that you can get higher. The problem is that iron is only really useful up to here. Yeah, that is like over half the galaxy, over 2/3 of the galaxy, where it just kind of becomes mediocre. But still, iron is good for money. Okay, now this is not getting worth it. But yeah, also, yeah, one other word of advice. If you're manufacturing your own turrets, do not research them. It might sound like a really good idea to research your own manufactured guns because, oh, they can get more powerful. Unfortunately, the way that the research works in Avorion is it is 100% random. No, really, it doesn't really care what you put in. Okay, it kind of cares what you put in, but the way research works is it will not look at the turret stats and be like, oh, time to make something better. It will instead look at the type of turret, and that's it. Yeah, especially since I'm at the very just stocking up for the hunt. Yeah. Yeah, iron equipment just... No, it sounds good on paper, like, oh, I can just place this anywhere, but... Yeah, when it's R mining, oh, that's a pretty big problem. Also, do I have enough titanium for that? Scrap naonite, scrap iron, naonite ore. I believe that this is naonite. Yeah, this is naonite. And this is naonite. You are naonite. Yeah, I don't think that... Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, our mining. So yeah, there was a random event to deliver a bunch of titanium, but there's no salvage that has titanium. Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to go get that titanium. And wrong button. 111111, and good to go. Yeah, we can return. Yeah, I also got some miners set up early, so I have not really to worry about credits for a while. Yeah, that is an excellent way to get some good money. Yeah, because yeah, you can just keep selling minerals. Yeah, but eventually, once you start to get a faction set up, like you start setting up industries and you start manufacturing your own goods, eventually mining turns industrial. Like, you kind of stop selling resources because you're generating so much money from industries. Yeah. Also, there was that asteroid I was mining earlier. Yeah, that is something to think about, is that there's like a lot of different ways to play Avorion. But yeah, mining is like really good, and there was, I think I've said this in like one of my previous videos, where some people who were reviewing Avorion, they had an adamant refusal to mine, and that was just biting them. in the butt for quite some time. I think it took like well over 10 minutes per jump, because they just would not mine titanium. Yeah, and also, where's some... Yes. Okay, so how much do we have? Titanium ore. And yeah, we need 17,000, so... Let's see here, that is 13,000, we just need 4,000 more. I think that is doable. No, wait, I think the cargo space is not high enough. And I also don't think we can expand this ship even more. Just a little bit more. 21 cargo space. 16. 11. 4. Yeah, there's no more space. Yeah. Yeah, have you taken into account the tax to refine the raw ores? I'll be entirely honest. Um, absolutely not. But that's perfectly fine, because the tax ranges from 10% to 1%. So that's in between 18.7 thousand titanium total. Oh, wait, actually it's lower. Yeah, because the refinery tax is okay. Yeah, it's practically maximum. Yeah, that's gonna delay mining just a little bit, but honestly, taxes is not something that I really like to take into account that much, because it's kind of negligible in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's like you mine 10% less ore, so I have 97.5% raw mining efficiency. That's down to, if we were to take into account the taxes, that is, yeah, 97 times 0.9 is effectively, uh, I like to say 86% efficiency. That's still pretty high. Whoops. I missed the ore. This is why you also don't talk. Yeah, it went from 8.2 to 7.5. So yeah, it's just 3,000 ore remaining. And there was an asteroid like right here. Somewhere. There it is. Yeah, that's a creative use of strategy mode, is to use it to scout. Yeah, basically it's like a really cheap free cam. Yeah, this is definitely going to be enough, in my opinion, to get that mining contract out. Yeah, definitely going to be like 3,000 at least. Yeah, this is more than enough. Yeah, definitely more than enough to uh, do that. I believe that's also going to be a pretty big reputation boost as well. Yeah, because I believe so far we're in like the low negatives. Okay, this is actually going to be even better. Actually, they're too far away. Yeah, 51 kilometers. Okay, refine ores. That is more than enough. Then trade this. Okay, it's something, but we did get a lot of money. Okay, how short are we? 4,000. Yeah, I'm just going to refine 100, nah, 1,000, uh 10,000 Naonite ore and sell it. Okay, I believe that this is going to be enough to actually get me to... Nope, still has to be higher. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be 0. Steel delivery. Yeah, that's something I... Nah, 40 kilometers. Let's just move on. Yeah, that was like a whole operation, and all it did was just increase reputation. Oh well. Okay, this is even less to work with. I was expecting factories to be here. As it turns out, there's nothing here. Dang it. Also, I'm just gonna... I've been talking for a while. I need water. Delicious ice water. Really? So, about that, there will not be any action. As it turns out, that was kind of incorrect. Yeah, because we've got hostiles right here. Okay, yeah, I think we're in over ahead. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Yeah, we are not dealing enough damage, and we are taking way more damage. So yeah, titanium is not going to be the play here. Yeah, we dealt like almost no damage, and we're at like 78% hull. Yeah, basically, there's nothing we can do about that. But what we can do is just make a quick repair and let the ship regenerate health. Yeah, just 7 seconds until the next area. Okay, my eyes hurt. Okay, hopefully this area has something that we can do, like a delivery mission or something. Or even transfer vessel, that's also a good one. Can't do any of these. But yeah, we're also going to need to avoid the delivery missions for dangerous goods as well, such as things like Tesla coils, military Tesla coils, ammunition, uh, toxic waste, anything like that. We just can't do it because that requires a license, and we do not have that. Well, actually, it doesn't really require the license. Like, you could be jumping around all the empty sectors, but it's usually better to have the dangerous good license while you're already doing it. And yeah, we also can't do a conductor um, resource shortage because we do not know where they're sold. And also, you can't just set a cargo ship to buy those goods either. It takes too long. Yeah, because the resource shortage missions last like 20 minutes, and it takes 30 minutes to procure goods, so it's not going to work. But yeah, I think we should also try to find the home sector for this faction as well. Yeah, I can tell that it's the home sector around here because it is a brighter color. Well, this is a scrapyard. Yeah, cargo base full, it's not going to be worth it here. Yeah, besides, I don't even think that there's... Yeah, it's mostly Naonite. So yeah, it's kind of valuable, but I'm not seeing much technical blocks. Okay, maybe there's one like right there. Uh, or maybe I'm crazy. But yeah, either way, our cargo bay is like... It's too full. And we can't do those missions, yep. Yep, damage is lacking, and I don't think that we can actually... Yeah, they don't even produce water here. Deliveries. Okay, this is something I can get behind. Yeah, deliveries are also a good way of earning money if you just can't find asteroids. I just don't have the mining equipment. Okay, maybe they're not like the best way, but they're always net profitable. Basically, think of it like this. You're just selling your cargo bay to move stuff. And there's no dock here. I expected there to be a dock on this side. There is no dock. Yes, it turns out that expecting a dock to be on a station is actually kind of silly. I swear, if this destination is across Trinium space, then we're kind of screwed. I didn't want to do that. Okay, that is like... Wow. Borders of Trinium space. I had to say something. Yeah, also, we're getting the no jumping bug. Yes, we gotta do it manually. Nah, actually, let's take the most direct route. Oh, come on, I have that, but I can't spare that. And I also can't spare that either. So yeah, we're just going to make a quick stop right at the borders of Trinium, and then immediately double back. This is probably going to end, like, spectacularly poor. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen here. For all I know, the next jump over could be, like, the heart of a pirate shipyard. And we're just going to die. And it's going to be incredibly funny. Thank goodness. But yeah, going up to the borders of Trinium space without even Naonite building knowledge is pretty much a suicide mission. So yeah, just get in, deliver, get out. Yeah, we are definitely not built to be here. And yeah, we also should not be accepting delivery missions from this point onwards in this area. Because there is the very high potential, and by that I mean like 50-50, that it goes into Trinium space, which we cannot deal with. No, wait, hang on a moment. Yeah, we need to go back. 2.5 thousand reputation to go until it's at least truly neutral. Actually, is this the faction headquarters? Because I know it's like a 25 radius. Actually, I think that might be too close. It could be here. Yeah, it's like, I think it's somewhere around here, actually. Okay, gate to cross. That's too close for comfort. Yeah, I think that the faction's home territory is somewhere around here. It could be here or here. It's like one of three possibilities here. I think it actually might be right here. I think that's close enough to here, but not far enough that this fades away too quickly. Yeah, because faction territory, the faction headquarters is always disconnected from the gate network. Okay, it's not there. Yeah, it is always disconnected from the gate network, and it propels a 25 sector radius a sphere of influence that designates the faction territory as home territory. So the fact that this is connected to the gate network, that's not the home sector. So yeah, I think it's like one of these two, or it's even here. No, this is too close. Yeah, I think it's one of these two. Could be further, though. Yeah, we're too close to Trinium space. No deliveries. Yeah, let's see if we can head up here and see if we can make a delivery. Yeah, because the way deliveries work is they will always try to pick a nearby sector. So if we move away from Trinium space, then the sector is too far away to be picked. Wanted, can't do that. Can't do that, nope, nah. Yeah, let's just keep heading over here. Yeah, we're too close to Trinium space. That's like a 1 in 3 chance that we have to cross over. And that's just too high. Deliveries, IMF. Wait, what was that? Oh, metal plate delivery. That's still too close for comfort. Yeah, let's head back up here. Actually, hang on a moment. I'm curious, is there any ore here? Okay, there is some ore. Yeah, what do we have here? Mining. Okay, good. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I'll be taking that. Yep, I'll be taking that, thank you very much. Okay, so where is the rest of the ore? Actually, there's actually a pretty good sizable amounts of ore deposits here. Yeah, refine that and get reputation. Yep. There's another one. Screw it, we're traveling too far anyway. Yeah, Naonite over here, we'll get that later. Okay, this I can manage. It's raw mining with a miner captain. It's like gambling, except that it's much less fun. You know you're always going to win. It's just the degree at which you win is different every time. Yeah, sometimes it's like, it's a small payout. Sometimes, okay, that's actually more respectable. Every so often, though, you hit the jackpot and get a super rich deposit. And actually, I think that the asteroid that I said I was going to mine, I think NPC miner just mined it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure an NPC miner mined it. Okay, yeah, there's no... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah, take this one and head out. Actually, might as well take this one too. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, it looks like pretty average. Not much. Alright, let's continue moving on. Yeah, in a moment. Yeah, if photo mode. Let's see here. I think this is actually a really cool opportunity for a yeah, a toggle-free camera. Actually, let's yeah, this actually looks like a really good photo opportunity. Yeah, cool planet. But yeah, this is nah, I don't think this is good enough. Yeah, let's get moving. Yeah, it looked cool, but it's not really that photo worthy. There is nothing here other than a bunch of rocks and minerals. Yeah, let's just take one and go. Yeah, seems valuable, but no, it's titanium. But yeah, we're also approaching the point where we can start taking on deliveries again. Yeah, actually, how much ore do I have here? Okay, yeah, that's definitely enough, but you never know. Yeah, maybe an hour from now I'll be thanking myself for mining this extra ore that I thought I wouldn't need. Alright, time to get moving. Oh, and mark that too. Nah, it's not valuable. This one though, yeah, that's like over 1,000 asteroids. Definitely worth it. Yeah, this has to be far enough away to accept delivery missions without fear. Yeah, or transfer vessel. Transfer vessel's also good too. Nothing. Good mining location though. Yeah, I don't see anything. What's the game plan at the moment? Oh, hello, Bagel. 7272. Game plan is we need Naonite building knowledge, but the problem is our reputation for this faction is too low to get Naonite reputation or Naonite building knowledge. Yeah, I think we're short by 2.5 thousand. So yeah, we just need to get like some good delivery missions, which is not happening here. Yeah, or a pirate attack, that also could work too. Attacking and killing pirates always works. And yeah, we also could just sell our Naonite cargo, but that defeats the point of the building knowledge. Ammunition S, dang it, that's not going to work. Is there a tool factory? That is, if I can spell it right. There is not. Also, I don't think we have a license to do the other missions as well. Yeah, I need a license for that. I need a license for that. So yeah, let's move on. Yeah, nothing. But yeah, also welcome to the stream. This is just some casual Avorion. Okay, actually, that I know I can do. Adhesive delivery, I know I can do that too. Display delivery, that sounds like it's actually pretty good. Yeah, because I believe that there was a nitrogen delivery on the gas collectors. So we've got a few things that we need to do here. Uh, uh, okay, so we're going to accept the nitrogen shortage as we dock to the computer component factory for the displays. And then we're going to go back to the sector that's producing a lot of gas, pick up nitrogen, go back here, and then we get the money back, and then we can do the display delivery. So yeah, let's set forth this plan in motion. Yeah, it might be a little bit tight though. But before we do that, bulletin board. Oh no. Did I get the docking bug? Okay, I didn't. Oh wow, that's actually... Well, change of plans, everyone. We can just do the delivery immediately. Well... yeah, just immediately do the delivery. And then pick up some gas, and... yeah, let's actually set our active mission. Or the display mission. Track that, 150 nitrogen. Yeah, I was honestly expecting that we would need to jump, like, way far away. Like, I thought that we would need to jump, like, over here. And I'd just be like, eh, do it later. Nope. The delivery is, like, one jump away. That's hilarious. Oh well. But yeah, we cannot make any improvements to the ship design whatsoever, because we are at the building knowledge limit of titanium. Okay, that was respectable. And then go back here, collect 150 nitrogen, and get moving. Oh, wait, hang on, I'm forgetting something. No, we can't do that. Can do a few deliveries, though. Okay, so where is nitrogen? Okay, all of them sell nitrogen. Yeah, the closest one, though, is, I'm going to say right here. Oh, we have another nitrogen delivery anyway. With more than enough cargo space. So yeah, let's just chain a bunch of missions together at this point. Yeah, we're going to pick up 150 nitrogen from here, and then accept the delivery for 150 more, so that's 300. Go back to the resource shortage and procure that deliver the nitrogen, and then complete the delivery mission for nitrogen. I think I've said nitrogen way too many times. Yeah, I'm going to take another. What was the idea slash inspiration behind your ship's design? It's very unique. I'll be entirely honest, it was autism and ADHD. It is completely original. Yeah, I just said, I have a design that I effectively randomly generated in my head, and what I did was I just built it. Bulletin board. Nitrogen. Okay, 300 nitrogen. Okay, so yeah, go back to here. Yeah, basically, it's like I just decided to press random on the ship design, and this is what I built. Okay, we need to get back to the chemical factory. Yeah, 100 kilometers away, and we got what we need. Yeah, basically just no wasted time whatsoever. I don't even have enough time to mine that, or anything else. Yeah, I can't even mine that either. Yeah, this is the power of autism and ADHD. You just say, I want to build something, and then you just build it. Yeah, there is like no inspiration behind this thing. There's not even like, this isn't a reference to anything, as far as I'm aware. And also, our power generation is going to hit 0 right about now. Yeah, and also let's go over here. Yeah, let's set the calculations for that. Yeah, I think that as we get the Naonite building knowledge, what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the ship. Just instantly upgrade to Naonite. Or I think that what we also could do is, I think we could just strip the ship down and start over. And then get a better design from there. Nah, actually, no, nah, I've decided against that. Nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, I think we could just strip a few parts down, but not just strip the whole thing to its bare bones. Well, it looks great. I find that I have to stare at pictures of other ships for hours before I get a design idea in my head. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, if you need to look at pictures before you get an idea, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we're all different. Yeah, just because I built something a specific way means that you need to build it that same specific way either. Okay, deliver here and get moving. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy handling the delivery there was like really confused. It's like, yeah, they just popped in, dropped the goods, and then left. But yeah, we need to get to here. Okay, yeah, we can't be wasting time here. Get moving. Yeah, every second at this point is gonna cost me. And I'd like to get this delivery done. Yeah, how much reputation do we have left to go? 1.7 thousand reputation left to go. Yeah, we're also making quite a decent bit of money as well. Yeah, we had like 4 million credits earlier. We're up to 4.3 million credits. And we're gonna need every last credit as well. Yeah, because eventually, I just can't resist founding industries. No, no, really, it's like, it's an addiction. You just need to found more industries. You know, the factory must grow. Yeah, if you have the money to found an industry, you just found an industry. Yeah, and so far there's not much of anything here. Although, there was a planet here, but where... Oh, here it is. Honestly, it looks like a pretty decent, I'd like to say desert planet. I mean, it definitely has an atmosphere. Those look like clouds. Oh, well, it's gone now. Yeah, anything here? There's... Oh, hello there. 3 cities. That's a new one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, people definitely live there. Yeah, I think this is the 3rd time we've been in this sector this entire stream. Yeah, we've been here once to escape some Zoten. We've been here once to, once again to clean up the Zoten. And we've been here a 3rd time for this. Yeah, we still need just a little bit more. Yeah, I think I might as well sell off another 10,000 Naonite as well. Yeah, we need that Naonite, but at the same time, this is taking a little bit too long. 85, that's, okay, I guess. 1,000, 10,000. Start refining. Then trade resources. 10,000. That's still not enough. Yeah, 1.1 thousand reputation to go, and we just chunked away at building knowledge. Great. But actually, is there a resource? No. I think at this point, let's head to the faction's home territory. Yeah, which is like around here, I'd say. Yeah, actually, like around here-ish. Yeah, surely there has to be something in their home sector. Surely. Yeah, also, allergies are terrible, just FYI. Yeah, if you get allergies, I feel very sorry for you. That is just, like, horrid. Okay, so that's, nope, don't want to do that. Yeah, it can't be this sector for the headquarters because, hang on. Okay, this is something I think we can manage. Hang on, no, they're too far away. Yep, military's already taken care of them. Yeah, we're just not needed here. Oh my gosh, that looks cool. Actually, no wait, it doesn't look cool, it looks hot. Yeah, strategy mode doesn't even get it that far. But it does get this. Yeah, honestly, this is like an awesome planet. I'm taking a screenshot of this one. Yeah, if this was Star Sector, there would be a lot of ore and transplutonic ore there. Unfortunately, this is Avorion. There is nothing. Yeah, let's just keep exploring here. And sector full of nothing. So yeah, like the circle is like right here. So if we triangulate, it's probably like I'd like to say this sector is headquarters. Yeah, because the way that headquarters works is it always projects a perfect circle of what the faction's home territory is. Like right here, that's no. Yeah, like right here, it's a good example. It is a perfect circle. Yeah, some of it's missing because that's just not explored yet. But I think it's like around here. Yeah, also home sector cannot be connected to the gate network anyway. And there's no missions whatsoever. But yeah, pretty dense cluster over here as well. So yeah, let's beeline it to home and see what's happening. Yeah, don't see any ore. Yeah, actually, now I'm worried that we might not have enough Naonite for building knowledge. Oh gosh, night vision, everyone. On my right monitor, it looks like a really dull green, but on my main monitor, this is like night vision. Yeah, I'd like to apologize if I have blinded anyone by accident. This is not my intention. I should not have pressed N. Yeah, pressing N was a mistake. Yeah, that sector was like so iridescently bright. Okay, 1,000 asteroids. Mark that. Yeah, my eyes hurt. Maybe I should wear sunglasses in that sector. Okay, is this a headquarters? No. No, it is not. Ooh, terrestrial. Yeah, and even like a nice little pink atmosphere as well. Yeah. Let's see if it's that sector. Yeah, this planet looks like extremely habitable. There's a lot of landmass, there's a lot of water, clouds, atmosphere. Yeah, humans could definitely live there. Probably. At least on paper. But yeah, we definitely are going to need some building knowledge, and I think that we've sold off too much Naonite. Or maybe just a little bit too much Naonite. Yeah, this is basically just a restock. Yeah, actually, I can just set these to automatic. What am I doing? Okay, that's much more efficient. But yeah, there's a few more asteroids behind me. Like, there's one. Yeah, there's another one. One far on the... Oh, hello there. Yeah, one over here. Just a little bit too far, my bad. And also, another thing I prefer for ship designs for military, combat-ready ships, is I don't put all the turrets in one place. Yeah, what I like to do is I have basically maximum firing arc coverage for weapons. This this might reduce single target damage, but the thing is that you also are protected from flanks as well. Because if you can fire on both the left and right side at the same time, you don't need to turn the whole ship around. Yeah, similarly, if an enemy is attacking from like above and below, you can just rotate the ship to the left or to the right, and suddenly they are now on the left or right of your ship instead of above or below it. Yeah, I've even like been firing at like 3 angles at once on some of my ships that have like extremely high firing angles, and oh, hang on. I was monologuing. Basically, um, my personal preference for combat, have the ship be able to fire at multiple locations at the same time. Do you lose on DPS from having half of your turrets not be able to fire at the same target? Absolutely. But do you lose But do you lose DPS because you are getting flanked? No, you do not. Okay, so I think that what we want to do... nah, I'm happy with this. 1.1 thousand, and we have... No, wait, that's player inventory, not ship inventory. Okay, yeah, that's more than enough. Oh, hang on, hang on a moment. Am I too loud? Okay, I don't. Anyway, yeah, let's claim this asteroid. Yeah, yeah, I know this is gonna sound a bit weird, but what I actually like to do with asteroids is literally nothing. Yeah, I don't sell them immediately. Even though I really could use the reputation boost. But yeah, where is that headquarters? Is it like here? Yeah, maybe it's like around there somewhere. Yep. Oh, I didn't turn off my mining lasers. Yeah, 1.1 thousand. Wait, nope, that's not it. A little bright, but oh well. Yeah, faction home territory is somewhere around here. Yeah, definitely don't want to be doing delivery missions this close to the Trinium space, because that is lethal. Oh, that took a long time to load. Nope, never mind. It's just another scrapyard. And they have Naonite. Yeah, what if it's here? Actually, at this point, I think that home territory might have been swallowed by a rift. Yeah, I think we should just head back here once we get the opportunity. And yeah, let's. Yeah, I think we're done here. Let's just head back. This is going nowhere. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to go to their headquarters specifically is because there's usually a lot of stations there, and by that logic, there's also a high potential for missions. But unfortunately, I think that at this point, the home faction's HQ might have been swallowed by a rift. Yeah, because it's like somewhere around here, and there's just not much to go off of. That or I'm getting the math, like, really incredibly wrong. Actually, let's head over here. Yeah, it's only like 14 seconds, so we're fine. Yeah, actually, I think we might as well also just sell just a little bit of neon. I forgot I had behemoths. Yeah, that's a little bit close. Yeah, where behemoths hit are pretty much entirely random. Yeah, in the other save that I have, they are more than capable of hitting factions in Naonite space. And I think they even hit a sector that I've already explored as well. But yeah, behemoths are definitely not something that you want to be messing around with. Yeah, I think one of my allied moderators in the Avorion Discord. What happened is she's actually really good at Avorion, and she had Xanion fleets, and she still was having problems with the behemoths. So yeah, they're not something that you can just do, like, immediately. Yeah, it pretty much requires a full playthrough just to even have a chance. But yeah, I definitely do not have Xanion fleets. There is no chance for me to destroy a behemoth at any point. If you guys believe I can do that, I appreciate your faith in me being able to do that, but unfortunately, I'm gonna say it is currently misguided at this stage in the game. Because, yeah, you place way too much faith in me on that. And if there we go. Yeah, still not enough. Let's actually sell 10,000 iron. 492. Refine all of the titanium. And then we're also 1,000, 10,000. Yeah, then sell 10,000 to this. Okay, so that does help a little bit. But actually, wait, hang on. Pretty sure we can just get the reputation immediately. 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that enough? We have building knowledge. Yep, that is confirmation that your reputation needs to be 0 just to get building knowledge. So what we're going to do, we're going to buy it. And then we are going to immediately use it. Now we can finally get things done here. Yeah, let's start upgrading the ship so we can delve into trinium space. Okay, enable building mode and transform the entire ship. Wait, what's happening here? Okay, so our durability has increased. But yeah, now we don't have enough Naonite. So let's head over to the equipment dock and start getting something. Yeah, start Naonite equipment. Yeah, because if we're going to make the delve into trinium space, our titanium equipment is no longer going to cut it. Yeah, I think let's actually just, yeah, what happens if we remove all the turrets? Yeah, do I get the warning for... Yeah, we get the warning. Okay, so DPS slot, that's not working. 70 DPS, that's totally worth it. Alright. Now that that's out of the way, see what you got. And you don't even have anything. No turret control system, nope. Okay, let's inspect this other sector. Nope. No equipment dock. But there is always an equipment dock at the Rift research sectors, so we'll make our way towards there. Yeah, we should also be getting ourselves some shields as well. Oh dear, it's all green. Oh dear, it is all green. Yeah, I forgot about this sector being night vision hell. Infinite Oblivion Gamma, of course. It should be renamed to Infinite Pain Gamma. Because my eyes are in pain. There's too much green. I think this is like the highest green a sector can roll with the... yeah, I think the sector's color in RGB is 02550. Or somewhere close to that. That's like the highest amount of green I've ever seen. Yeah, basically everything here is so green. Okay, that is a valid dock. Good to know. Yeah, we've also been a bit lacking in upgrades, but we're fine with that. Okay, trade equipment. What do you have here? I'll be taking this. And let's also sell off all of our titanium stuff as well. Because we just don't need it. Yeah, sell off iron as well. We do not need it. Okay, everything here is Naonite. Okay, can we also do a quick upgrade as well? Yeah, unarmed, unarmed, armed, armed. Okay, I'd say that's decent enough. Okay, one last equipment dock to go. Oh, it's cyan. Planet looks pretty okay. But let's see here. What riches are there? There are riches. Yeah, we're not going to be doing the distress signal. We are in no shape to fight. So yeah, now that we have Naonite building knowledge, we can actually use Naonite for construction. Let's also see if there's any hidden Naonite asteroids here. Well, there's hidden iron. Might be a little bit too close, but oh well. Okay. Yep, get that Naonite and get it refined. But yeah, we're also definitely going to need titanium as well. Because unfortunately for Naonite, it does not have armor. Yeah, mark that sector. Your routes calculated, ready to go. Yeah, also I'm thirsty. Nice helping of ice water. Actually, wait, before I get anywhere close, yes, we can buy something from here. Yep, there is armor and equipment. Let's get it. Should have gone to the left. Oh well, a dock is a dock. Is an R miner. I think we might need salvaging equipment. So let's get that ahead of time. We can't buy that. Yeah, RM for R mining. We're too close. Too close. I do not like the rotation. Okay, now I like the rotation. Would be mining for resources, but there's nothing here. But we do have a good point to deposit the ore, though. Yeah, 5,000 is just... it's just not enough. Yeah, first thing is, like, generators, second thing is, like, shields. Probably third thing is gonna be, like, engines and thrusters. Okay, this looks promising. No, hang on. The more I look at this, the more I'm disappointed. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, there's no minerals here. Yeah, nothing. Distress signal, can't do that. Okay, now this looks really promising already. Yeah, there looks like a lot of ore here. So yeah, let's mine to get this ship upgraded. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of ore. Alright, let's go gambling, everyone. Oh, that's pretty decent. Yeah, that wasn't really worthy of an odd, dang it. It was decent. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. Okay, there is Naonite. More Naonite. Okay, let's just keep mining for titanium and Naonite because that is the two most critical metals that we need. Or they're not. I don't even know if they're metal. I know that titanium's a metal. I'm pretty sure Naonite is. I think it's ambiguous if it's a metal or not. I mean, it does come in ore form. Maybe Naonite is a metal. Or it could be something like a metalloid. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. Actually, there is one thing that has um, materials. Material. It doesn't say metal. Material. Material. Yeah, it does not say metal. Yeah, I was hoping that that would be like a really good point of reference. Yep, yep. Here. Hang on. I just shaved recently. I got a hair in my mouth. Ugh, there we go. That was that was just awkward. Yeah, it's out now. But yeah, we definitely need Naonite and titanium to upgrade this ship. Yeah, also, every so often, the quest will ping in the upper right. That doesn't really do anything. I don't know why that happens. Yeah, it's not a quest that I have active. It's one that's like already completed. Yeah, also we got like 4 million credits to go as well. Oh yeah, 4.7 million credits of construction that we can work with. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to be needing more titanium as well. Because you can just never have enough materials. Behemoth's moved on, that's fine. Honestly, I think that I have a pretty good design now that I just done that. Yeah, I just drifted straight into the asteroid while maintaining all the lasers uh, firing forward. Yeah, honestly, that was pretty sick. Nice little sick moment. Yeah, also we gotta do something about all of these as well. Yeah, while raw mining, you always get just a little treat as well. You know, things like ore and all sorts of various things, especially elements like copper. Sometimes even diamonds and gems. The same thing also applies to salvage as well. You get just a little bit extra. The downside, though, is that the salvage equivalent is not that good. Yeah, you're getting things like plastic, glass, scrap metal, steel. Yeah, basically a bunch of average goods. Yeah, we definitely need these. Okay, I think we're coming in just a little bit too fast. Yeah, maybe just a little bit too slow. Alright, let's get this one as well. Every tiny little bit helps. Okay, there is a resource depot here. I'd say let's refine our metals and call it a night. Yeah, because we're approaching the 2-hour mark, and it's almost midnight. Yeah, I think I might need to actually head to bed at some point. Yeah, also I haven't eaten in 2 hours as well. Okay, that is a significant amount of resources to work with. Alright, now that that's out of the way, I think that right about now is actually, I'd say it's a good time to call it off. Yeah, we've been here for 2 hours. So, that's about it. Thanks for viewing.